How are all of you lovely people doing today? My name is John and welcome to a beautiful zombies commentary. Today what I would like to do is discuss Richtofen and what he is actually up to. Richtofen is an enigma who is incredibly difficult to crack. He's always up to something and he never reveals his plans. And he shocked the entire community at the beginning of Black Ops 3 when he killed himself. And this made a number of us go, what the heck was that for? Why did he do that? And there was a bunch of speculation. Some people said that he did this because he wanted that version of himself to be out of the universe. Other people said he didn't want that person to really mess around. Other people say it wasn't intentional and that just killing one Richtofen really doesn't matter because there's an infinite number of Richtofens and they're always jumping through many different universes. And this is then also helped by the fact that Nikolai has mentioned that he's killed previous Richtofens. And it just kind of made the zombies community swirl out in many different directions, and nobody could quite pin down his exact motives or his exact goal. But now we start to get an insight into it, and it all spawns from this conversation he has with Dr. Groff. Take a listen.
This is Griffin Station. Come in.
This is Eagle's Nest. Over.
Richtofen, is that you? When we didn't hear from you, we feared the worst.
Fear not, Dr. Groff. It is me, Edward. Any reports from the Giant suggesting my demise are erroneous.
Before we go into the importance of this exchange right here, let me explain to you who Dr. Groff is. Dr. Groff is a Group 935 defector. He was one of the people who originally left with Dr. Richtofen. You see, we're talking about the evil Nazi Richtofen, the one we met throughout Black Ops 1 and the one we saw killed in the Giant, not the Richtofen we're playing as on the map Der Eisendrache. These are two separate people. This Richtofen was evil. This was the Richtofen who actually created Griffin Station and was the one who was actually having a bunch of Group 935 defectors go to the moon and then work with the MPD pyramid. He assigned Dr. Groff as the lead scientist on this job, and he also had Dr. Schuster assist him. We can actually hear radios on the map with Dr. Groff sort of testing and working on the pyramid. You see, the thing is, word had got out that the Giant facility was being overrun. Things were starting to get destroyed by all the zombies. That's why when we're there, things are messed up. And there started to be reports that Richtofen may have actually been killed. Now, of course, he was, but they didn't quite know that. It was radio silence from the Giant. In fact, we can actually hear in some of the radios from Dr. Groff, he's starting to become very worried, and he didn't know quite what happened to Richtofen.
Given that it is now over 2 weeks since contact was lost with Dr. Richtofen, along with the fact that all intel would appear to suggest that the Doris facility itself may have fallen to the enemy, I am forced to take drastic action. As of now, and for the foreseeable future, I have decided to assume full operational command of Group 935. All further tests involving the MPD are on hold until such times as we can guarantee the safety and security of all personnel currently based at Griffin Station. And so it pains me to say, we have to assume that Operation Shield is unlikely to succeed as originally planned.
Now, once the Richtofen of the Origins universe comes to Der Eisendrache, Dr. Groff is able to recognize him. He hears his voice and he reaches out to him. Now, this is when Richtofen starts to reveal his true nature. He was a bit hesitant at first. He sort of slowly answers him, as if he's sort of feeling the situation, trying to get an understanding of how he needs to handle things. And then he assumes the identity of the Richtofen belonging to that universe. The Origins Richtofen starts to pretend to be the Nazi Richtofen, and that's when sort of things start to make sense, and we can start to get a better idea of why Richtofen is behaving and acting the way he is. It was a slow response, that hesitation in his voice, that gave away Richtofen's true allegiance. It was very clear that he's working against Groff in this situation. He wants to trick Groff into thinking that he's the evil Richtofen. That way he can lower suspicions, because right now, Tank Dempsey is on a rocket going towards the moon, and Dr. Groff wants to use him because the evil Richtofen wanted to use him somehow. We don't know how, and we don't know what the purpose of Tank is right now. We just know he's significant, and Richtofen is trying to stop that because he's following the orders of Dr. Maxis. And now we can start to see where allegiances fall, and it becomes very clear why Richtofen wanted to kill himself in the Giant. He wanted to kill himself so that he's out of the picture, and if he ever did need to sort of become him to lower the suspicions of Dr. Groff, to sneak in behind enemy lines like he's trying to do now, then it's that much easier. And it also prevents the evil Richtofen from getting in the way and trying to stop them, because at a moment it's kind of good Richtofen versus evil Richtofen, and now that evil Richtofen's dead, the last line of defense is Dr. Groff, who is placed in charge of all activities on the moon. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is sort of Richtofen's new plan culminating. It's not so much a sick and dastardly plan as the previous Richtofens. This Richtofen is truly just following the orders of Dr. Maxis, who I think we believe to be good right now. I mean, Maxis is always a tricky character, and one minute he says one thing and the next minute he goes and does the other. He's really hard to pin down in terms of good or bad. He's often tricked us before, but at least Richtofen, it seems like his true alliance is with Dr. Maxis, and he believes he's doing the right thing. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be wrapping up this commentary. If you enjoyed the video or found it interesting, I would really appreciate it if you give it a like and possibly subscribe for more videos. I'm going to be covering a bunch of stuff revolving around the storyline of Der Eisendrache, and if you want to stay tuned and get up to date with all the things going on with our 4 favorite characters, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I guarantee you won't regret it. I'm going to go though. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and bye.